go.
Okay, Sam Lodge, stroke 8, nose 5, low, break right.
Hey guys, how you doing? We're here today with a dogfight between an F-18 Hornet and a Su-27. The Hornet is definitely going to have his hands full for this fight, and we're going to give it a go and see how it turns out. The only difference for this video is that I will be using the Winwing joystick and throttle setup. They were kind enough to send one out. You can see this F-18 stick here. I've had a great experience with it. It's beautiful, and the mount is very sturdy. We're going to get into a more detailed review a little bit later on, but as of right now, I'm pretty content with what I'm seeing and how it feels. We can see here the throttle setup. You can see those beautiful LED lights. The switches feel pretty high quality. The throttle feels awesome. Definitely loving the throttle. Again, we'll do a more detailed look in a different video. Okay, today we're just going to try it out and see how it does in DCS in a dogfight. And as always guys, if you enjoy the videos that you see here, the dogfights and all that stuff that we do here, if you enjoy flying on the DCS server, please consider supporting the channel and the server by getting some stuff off Wild Weasel. Have a look around, they always got some cool stuff. They just put out the F-15 HUD shirts and the Harrier HUD shirts. They got some cool F-14 stuff on there, everything from stickers to mugs, mouse pads, you name it, they have it. The hat that I use for Track IR I got off there, and basically anything you get off there goes towards supporting the channel and the server. Big thank you to Wild Weasel, and big thank you to everybody who has already supported the channel so far. None of this would be possible without you. Thank you very much. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Alright guys, let's get this going. So we got a Su-27 off in our 12 o'clock position. And as previously mentioned, I'm using the Winwing stick and throttle. There's the merge. Okay, we're gonna try to do, gonna go vertical. I put my nose down there to gain some energy. I'm gonna pull into the vertical and to the right. And at the top, I'm gonna be able to do a tighter turn, and it's gonna allow me to come down, as you can see here, a little bit tighter. He saw me coming up from the top, so he's gonna pull vertical to counter that. I'm gonna try to stay with him, because I'm kind of in a good position here. There he comes. And so he turned off for some reason, and like pretty much gave me his 6 o'clock here. I'm not sure why he did that, but I'm not complaining. The Su-27 is very much a match for the F-18. Like it would be a difficult fight, in my opinion, but I'm getting lucky here because he just presented his 6 o'clock. There goes 12 o'clock high. And now he's doing some loops, some barrel rolls. I think he's attempting to force an overshoot, which he might be able to do because I'm pretty quick right now. I got lots of speed. Yep, there he goes. On to the 6. See, that's how quick it turns, man. You know, you're in a favorable position, and then next thing you know, he's on your 6. Alright, so we're going to counter what him being on our 6. We're going to counter it the same way he did it to us. So we're just going to do a couple barrel rolls here, hope that he's faster than me. Let's see if I can bleed off energy and get him off us here as we roll around him. Rolling around, there he goes. He's going off in front here. He's really pushing. He's struggling to stay back there. Just making it. He's off there. Yep, there he is. Alright. And I have stalled the aircraft out at this point, so that's wonderful. but luckily he had the same issue, so he's put his nose down. I'm dumping my nose to try to gain some energy. I'm getting lucky here. I might be able to pull up behind him. So that's a very critical mistake. Obviously you don't want to be stalling out. And so here we go, nose is on, and now we're in this fight, as almost always happens in a dogfight that's, you know, somewhat evenly matched, as both the aircraft end up on the deck, rate fighting each other on the deck. And it looks like that's where we're headed. I'm dumping the nose here for that last little bit of altitude I got, so I can build up some airspeed. And that's it, we're in the rate fight now. One that he's currently winning. He's currently in a favorable position here. And you can see he's trying to get inside my turn circle. He had to pull off there because he was going to come in high aspect. So he broke off, tried to lag outside. He's going to reposition, try to come back on my 6. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to continue trying to hit my corner. I'm still below it here. Getting a little closer. We're about 320. I want to be at around 350 to 360. $350. I'm on that corner. Maintaining that. There we go. He's still in a favorable position here. And you can see I'm starting to pull around. I'm starting to win this one. We're coming up on his 6 here now. As I come around, he's going to see me pulling up on his 6 and he's going to panic. And when he panics, he's probably going to pull vertical. So let's see how this goes. So he went for vertical, exactly as I thought he would, but he's got a lot of speed, so it's not a bad idea when you have this much speed. You can pull through those turns. You don't necessarily become a slow standing target. I'm putting some rounds off, hoping one of them would hit him, but no luck. Now I'm just trying to not overshoot, just maintaining that 6 o'clock position. And now he's going vertical. He may be a little bit lower on speed here. Yep, there it is. And he's messed up, but it doesn't look like he's out of the fight yet. He's down one engine for sure, leaking some sort of fluid, probably fuel. Yeah, it looks like his left engine gave out completely, but he's still trying to fight. Almost had him there. I thought I was not quite used to how the stick reacts just yet. And he got himself real slow there with only one engine. He's gonna, yeah, there he is. See? Created a falling leaf type situation. He's not gonna be able to recover from that with one engine. That was a very dangerous maneuver to try to pull off with just one engine. And that's what you get. I don't see a chute. I saw someone try to get out. Damn, I'm not sure he made it out. That sucks. Here we go. This is our tack view. Let me throw on the labels here. This is me. This is Scrub Lord. And so you can see here what I'm doing is I'm setting up a pre-merge setup, which means that I am going to dive a little bit here and gain some energy. You can see my true airspeed just shooting up. He's staying somewhat level. And he is going to brake to the left, okay, and I'm gonna climb. So now I'm exchanging that kinetic energy that I had built up in the dive, and I'm gonna exchange that for gravitational potential energy. I'm gonna use that to climb up. You can see my airspeed reducing, and I'm gonna use that to just flop right down on his 6 o'clock here. He's gonna see that maneuver coming, so he's gonna pull vertical. And you can see the speeds are tremendously high here. He's at 400, I'm at 700. I'm definitely too fast, but we're gonna try to make it work here. So looks like we're in a vertical fight here, trying to rate each other in the vertical. He is going to make, for some reason he pulls out of that turn that he was doing. He was coming around, or we were just going to get into a vertical turn rate fight here, but he pulls out of that and dives. Reason unknown. Very critical mistake, and I'm going to continue to dive up behind him. So at this point I've got his 6 o'clock position. He kind of surrendered it pretty easily. I'm just trying to stay on his 6, trying not to overshoot. He's going to pull vertical. And he's going to try to roll over the top, trying to force an overshoot. And I'm going to see that, and I'm going to try to follow him into that. I'm still much faster than he is, so he's doing pretty good here. And you can see that he has now won the 6 o'clock position. And the reason he's won that is because I wasn't very good with my speed management. So I was way too fast. The throttle controls were not good on my part. And being so fast allowed him to notice the fact that I was very high energy and do a little loop and force me to overshoot. So well played by him. He's now on my 6 o'clock position, and I'm going to try to do the same thing that he did to me. I'm going to try to do it to him. And here we go, we're doing some essentially some barrel rolls, and you can see that I'm slower than he is, and we're just doing these little scissors around each other. Well, they're not scissors, but you know what I mean. We're just kind of barrel rolling around each other. He comes really close there, and he tries to go for not a cobra, but just a high alpha maneuver to try to definitely bleed off any energy he has and try to stay on that 6 o'clock. Now, I do make a mistake here, and that is that I stall the aircraft out. Again, I'm not paying a lot of attention to the speed, mostly because I'm also getting used to that throttle and stick, but that's not really an excuse. You should never be stalling out like that in the middle of a fight. I get lucky that he doesn't manage to capitalize on that. So I'm going to point my nose down and try to get my energy back. It's called a dump the nose, and he's trying to stay on my 6 o'clock. He went high, came back down, and the two of us are now back in this little barrel roll thing that we were stuck in before. And you can see he's doing a much better job than me in controlling those rolls, and he's able to get up on my 6 o'clock here. And he's sitting back there. So at this point, almost every dogfight, if you survive long enough, ends up dragging into the ground. Once you get down here, there isn't a whole lot you can do, especially if you're slow on speed. At this point, what you got to do is rate fight the guy, which is kind of what I'm going to have to do here. So once we both acknowledge this, we do several loops around each other. You can see here he breaks off, because if he continued forward, he would have merged at a high aspect, which means he would have shot off over here somewhere. So he actually breaks off and tries to reposition. He's going to go high to bleed off that excess energy that he had, which would have made him overshoot. And he's going to, well, he's not going to bleed it off. He's going to exchange it for gravitational potential, and he's going to wait for me to shoot out in front, and he's going to loop back around and try to get on my 6 o'clock here. So instead of just pulling back on the stick and bleeding off that energy, he's going to exchange it, and he's going to bring it back. Okay, so he's got his energy back. I want to aim for about 350, 360, something like that. Would be a nice position for me in terms of a corner speed. You can see I'm getting close to that, somewhat maintaining it. And you can see my turn rate's about 17. He's about 12, 13, 20. So he's getting some good rates as well, for sure. And he's definitely winning the turn fight at this point. He's very close to coming around on my 6. And you can see I'm starting to get nicely into that that little corner. And you can see my turn rate was just 20 there, and he's at 10. So now I'm starting to win this fight. And I'm going to loop around on his 6. And this is the point where he panics, right? So he sees me pulling up on his 6 o'clock. He knows he's long lost this rate fight, and he's going to panic, and he's going to try to break off. Now in this situation, there's not a whole lot you can do other than go vertical, right? I mean, I guess he could have continued the rate fight a little bit, but I feel like if I just pulled the G limiter on the Hornet, I would have been able to get a snapshot off at him. So maybe he does do the best thing, he goes vertical. But a lot of the times I've talked about not going vertical when you have a bandit on your 6. It's a little bit different in this situation because you can see he has a lot of speed. He's sitting at around 530. Like, he's got the speed to make this work. So he's going up. He's not doing a straight vertical. He's jinking a little bit, coming back down again. You can see I wasn't able to get a shot off, right? Because he's just too fast. And as he comes back around, he's going to gain more speed. I'm staying inside of that circle, just trying to get enough lead so I can get some rounds off on him. Those rounds are falling just short. And at this point it becomes a game of just staying on a 6 and not overshooting. And this is the part where I kill him. It's a little bit of an awkward angle. Right there. And really it was just a matter of time at that point when I was on a 6 like that. So yeah, it was a good fight. It was an alright fight. We had some barrel rolls, we had some rate fighting down here, so that was pretty good. To be honest, guys, I kind of like this stick and throttle. The throttle I 100% like. I really like it. The throttle I really like. I think that's what I just said. The stick, I don't dislike it. I like it a lot. It's just going to take some getting used to. So we'll see how I adjust to that in the coming days. Alright guys, so big thank you to everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.